Hello. Welcome to yoga, everyone. It's good to see you again. I missed y'all last week, but it was good to have a day off, so I don't complain about that ever. Oh, sometimes I'm working anyway. You know how that goes. But let's go ahead and get ready for gentle yoga. If you're at home, get your sturdy chair. We have our chairs here. Just sit down in your chair. Let it take your weight. Right now, we're just settling in, relaxing as much as we can, and I'll guide you through some breathing and things to help you do that. So just let your chair take your way. Close your eyes if you like. And just notice your breathing. Does it feel smooth or forced, relaxed or stressful? And then notice your body. Do you have any places today where you're feeling pain, or maybe you're feeling stress or tension? You just want to notice those places as we practice. We'll try to make those better, or we'll avoid them so they don't hurt. And then just take a moment to notice what you might have on your mind today. I'm just opening the door for someone. So still sitting quietly. Yeah, it looks like somebody's summer program. So right now we're just settling in, nice and quiet, and noticing your body, noticing your breath. And then we're going to get ready to change our breath. So you want to breathe in through your nose if you're able to do that. Inhale, feel your belly expand. And then just pause at the top and slowly exhale through your nose or through your lips as if you're blowing out a candle. And then repeat that at your own pace, inhaling, feeling the belly expand, and then slowly exhaling. Give your exhale about 4 to 5 counts. Make it nice and slow. That'll help to slow your heart rate down if you've been rushing around this morning. Now we're going to get ready to go into our stretching and strengthening. While we're doing this, remember those places you paid attention to. We want no pain, no strain. If we do anything that feels uncomfortable to you, you can just come back to this breath or make any movement that you know is okay for you. All right, so we'll start out just warming up the upper body. I think we'll start with some shoulder circles today. That'll kind of help to start loosening your neck up too. And then reverse. Good. And then we're just going to shrug the shoulders a few times. Remember to keep breathing. Good. Now we're going to open up, inhale, and then exhale like you're hugging a beach ball. Now this time we'll open up and then we'll close by hugging our knee. And really let all the air come out of your lungs. And then when you're ready to reach toward your ankles, we're going to inhale up. Turn your palms to the back of the room and then slowly exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll scoop up, inhale. And do the same thing again. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Now bring the arms about shoulder height, and we're going to do some small circles. And then we'll flip the palms over and circle in the opposite direction. And now bring fingertips to shoulders, and we'll make some big circles. And then reverse. Very nice. And then let's bring our arms down, and we'll face the palms out and kind of press your elbows in towards your body. Bless you. We're going to engage all of our muscles, starting with the feet. Just kind of feel like squeeze your muscles from the feet on up. All the muscles in the pelvic girdle, your buns, like you're lifting up off your chair, even your hands. But we're going to keep our faces nice and soft. So we're going to squeeze and inhale and release to exhale. And then repeat that a couple more times at your own pace. Just inhale and squeeze. Exhale to release. Good job. Now we'll come up about shoulder height again and do some airplane. Remember to keep breathing. And then we'll stop with one arm up, the other arm down, and just really stretch your fingertips as far away from each other as you can. Then we'll lean toward that lower arm, looking down, keeping your both sits bones on your chair. Actually, you can look down, you can look at me, or you can look up under your elbow, whatever feels good to your neck. Remember to breathe. And then we'll inhale up Exhale down, stretch, and then lean in the opposite direction. And then we'll inhale up, turn the palms away from each other, and slowly exhale. Then we're going to scoop up like we did before. Inhale. This time, palms to the back of the room, and slowly exhale. Good. Now let's go into weight machine. We inhale and exhale to squeeze in front. Just repeat that several times. And then conductor. So we've worked a lot on the upper body, and that'll help loosen our necks a bit too. But next we're going to work on the neck specifically. So we'll let the hands come down, and we'll begin by bringing the chin to the chest, feeling the stretch in the back of your neck. Then we're going to let the chin follow the collarbone to look over one shoulder. And we'll move with the breath and do the same thing on the other side. Chin the chest again. And come to face me. The yawning has started. I felt myself doing it too. Let's do a few nods. We're relaxed enough to yawn now. And then we'll say no. Oh, this will get you all limbered up for driving. You have to look over your shoulder. Good. And then come to face me. We're going to let the ear come toward the shoulder. And you might extend the arm you're leaning away from. You might put a little weight across your head or massage. Whatever feels good here. Stretching out all those tight neck muscles. Remember to take some good deep breaths. Keep your face nice and soft. And then we'll release and do the same thing on the other side. And release. Good. Let's move to the lower body. So we'll start here with just some jogging. And now slow motion. Good. Now let's sit back in our chairs. We'll bring our legs up. We're going to tighten everything up like we did before. That was kind of a mountain pose. This will be a staff pose. You can hold on or not. So just engage all the muscles. Squeeze on the inhale. Relax on the exhale. Then we'll come back up. We're going to point and flex. And then we're going to circle. It is so pretty out today. It's warmed up too. It's so nice. And then reverse. And just rest for a second. Then we'll come back up. Be sure to engage your core. We're going to point our toes and do some scissors. Good. And then we can release down. Now we'll scoot out in our chairs again and start with some leg lifts. So, and one leg remains bent, the other you'll straighten somewhat. You actually can do this with the leg bent, or you can do it this straight, but don't lock your knee. So we're going to lift and lower. And then switch and do the same thing with the other leg. Now you can bend this leg more if that feels better to you. And things are not the same from side to side. So if this side feels differently to you, then you just adjust. Good. Now we're going to go into our sit-ups. For these, you get to choose. You can go straight forward in your sit-up, or you can twist and lift your legs. So you can follow me if you want to twist. I'll do several on one side, and then I'll switch. Okay, so I'm switching. And then if you feel like you need to loosen your sides back up, feel free to do that. Good. Let's do a few jumping jacks. You can have some choices here as well. You can just jump right in and do a full jumping jack, or you can do a one-sided jack, or you can do upper body, lower body, whatever your choice. Here we go. Good. Take a deep breath, and we'll go back and do another set of our leg lifts and our sit-ups. And switch legs. And then we'll do the sit-ups. Again, I'm going to twist. You can follow me if you like. And the other side. Good. And again, loosen up if you feel a need. Very nice. Let's go into our warriors. We'll turn to face the side of the chair. We're going to extend the leg that's closer to me, behind, toes down, heel up. Point your tailbone down so that you're not overextending in your chest. And then we'll inhale up. We're going to exhale down into some triceps dips. And then when your arms are overhead again, and warrior one, we're going to windmill down. Warrior two. You might extend your leg here if that feels okay to your hip. You're going to stack your ribs over your hips and look out over your fingertips. This is warrior two. Now we'll flip the palm so that it's facing up, and we're going to tip back to peaceful warrior. And then back down, warrior two. Place the forearm above the knee, look behind you, and then draw an imaginary line down the wall, across the floor, up the other wall. This is side angle stretch. Look at heart opening stretch. Remember to breathe. And then we'll move with the breath to come out of that the same way that we came into it. And then come to face me in horse pose, just like this. And we're going to stretch our shoulders, do a little twisting here. So bring one shoulder into the space and look over the other shoulder. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then we're going to repeat that a couple more times. You can do that at your own pace. Just remember to keep breathing. And when you're ready, you can face the other side of your chair. And we'll do our warriors again. So, extending the leg behind, the tailbone down at the floor. Inhale up, exhale down, tricep dips. And now arms are overhead. We're going to windmill down. Warrior two. Extend your leg if that feels okay to you. Ribs are stacked over hips. Looking out over your fingertips. Now flip the front palm. We'll tip back into peaceful warrior. Back down, warrior two. Forearm above the knee. Look behind and make your imaginary line. As long as you can stretch there. And then we'll move out of that into it. Back up to warrior two. Good job, everyone. All right, let's go to our last set of sit-ups and leg lifts. So remember, you can choose to go straight forward or you can choose to twist. If you're twisting, you can follow me. And then I'm going to switch. Good. And if you need to loosen up, do your little airplanes. I forgot about our stretches, girls. No, we do those when we do the leg lifts. We just did the twist. We just did the sit-ups, didn't we? Alright, so leg lifts. We'll stretch after these. Oh, we forgot to do our hands. Don't let me forget that. 2 weeks in between, so kind of lose the rhythm. Oh, okay, now we're going to let our heel rest, keeping the knees soft. We'll inhale to sit up straight. Exhale to hinge forward. And when you're ready, we'll slowly come back up. And then we'll hug the knee in. And you might kind of rock around and massage your glutes. You might point and flex again or circle. You kind of choose what you want to do here. And then when you're ready, you can cross that leg over. You can cross it lower on the leg or above the knee. And we'll keep the foot flexed. Now you're going to already be feeling a stretch in your hip. If you want to get a deeper stretch, you might hinge forward like we did before, if that's not too uncomfortable. Just keeping this foot flexed. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly come back up and place that foot down. And then we'll do the same thing on the other leg. First lifting and lowering. And then we'll let the heel rest. Keep the knee soft. Inhale. Exhale to hinge forward. We'll slowly come back up. Hug the knee in to stretch your quadriceps, and also you might rock around, point and flex, circle, any things that you want to do. And then we'll cross over, either low or above the knee, keeping this foot flexed. Feeling a stretch here. If you want to get a deeper stretch on this side, you can hinge forward. And then when you're ready, we can slowly come back up and place that foot down. Now we're going to go into our eagle arms and twisting. We'll start here. Inhale. Exhale as you twist. You might kind of hook your arm over the back of your chair if that works for you. Looking behind you, really getting a good stretch of the waist, of the shoulders, and the neck. And when you're ready, move with your breath to turn back around, cross that back arm over the front. Then we'll bend the elbows. You can touch the backs of your hands together or wind up, kind of like a pretzel there. Feeling a stretch between your shoulder blades. And then we'll inhale up. Exhale to release. Then we'll reach toward the ankles. Inhale up. Turn the palms to the back of the room and slowly exhale. Very nice. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Starting here. Inhale, exhale and twist. And then we'll move with the breath to come around and cross over. Then we'll bend our elbows, twist up or touch. Take some deep breaths. Then we'll inhale to lift, exhale into your lap, and then release with arms toward the hands toward the ankles. Inhale up, palms to the back of the room, and then exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it goes. All right, let's do our hands. Let's start toward our cool down. So we'll rest our elbows against the body. And first we'll do claw. You can do this one with your feet too if you're able. So inhale and squeeze. Exhale to release. And then repeat that a couple times. Inhale and squeeze. Exhale to release. And then we'll touch the thumb to every finger. And then we're going to circle the wrists. And reverse. Good. Now let one thumb face me. We'll pull the fingertips back. Feel a good stretch here. Remember to breathe. And then we'll flip the palm over and kind of tug down a little bit on those fingertips. And shake that one out. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. First, we'll pull the fingertips back. And then flip the hand over. Pull the fingertips down. We'll shake that out. Good job. Now, if you need to move anything else, you need to make any other kind of movement, something new, something we already did, feel free to do that before we start to cool down. All right, so now we're going to cup our hands in front. We'll reach forward and down. Keep your head up. Inhale up. And then slowly exhale. And you're just going to scoot yourself back into your chair so that it can support you. Just let everything go. Let your feet get loose. Let your legs get loose and still. Let your shoulders feel heavy. Just increasing the space between your earlobes and your shoulders. Softening the place between your eyebrows. Softening your jaw. Taking some deeper breaths. Like we did in the beginning. Slowing down your heart rate. This is resting pose where we just do exactly as it says. We're resting and we're really just absorbing that feeling of having taken care of your body. Everything just nice and relaxed and stretched and strengthened. And now we get still and enjoy a little peace. Now you can take as long as you want here. There's no rush. When you're ready, you can start to reawaken by moving small muscles like fingers and toes, and then move into the larger muscles, the arms and legs, the torso. Move your neck around some. And then when you're ready, we'll reach up really tall in our afternoon stretch. Inhale, exhale down into a sweet hug for yourself. While you're here, say something kind. Say something, be a friend to yourself and say something that you need to hear, and don't gripe at yourself as we tend to do. And then when you're ready, just give a final squeeze and release. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'll get this video posted to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next week at the same time. Have a good day. Have a good week.